Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today we're going to take a look at the content creator cards that were previewed for Wonder Man and Hercules. So we want to, first of all, we'll go over what Wonder Man does, and then we will talk about the different content creators. But one of the things we want to give is to Hall of Heroes, which is the website that we're using right now.
And they kind of compile everything together so we can see it all in one place.
But first, let's review what Wonder Man can do.
All right, so Simon Williams is a civilian. He's got a recovery of 3. His iconic energy being is his action, so you can, or his deck building. You can include events with a printed energy resource icon from any aspect. And then as setup, you put ionic physiology into play.
Yeah, I really like the characters that have unique deck building. So
that's really
pretty cool.
But he's got a hand size of 6 and he has 12 hit points.
Okay. Then Wonder Man, he is a 2/1/2 aerial Avenger. He's got power recycling. When Wonder Man gets +1 attack for each card tucked under Ionic Physiology, and as a force response, after Wonder Man makes a basic attack, discard each card tucked under Ionic Physiology.
So the clue there, or the great thing about that is if you don't use your basic attack, you can leave those under there and get the maximum value out of them.
And I have a deck idea that does just that.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so the Ionic Physiology here, this wonderful card, it is a permanent superpower with max 3 cards tucked under here, so you can never have more than 3 at any one time. But as a response, after you play an event with a printed energy resource, you tuck that event from your discard pile under this card and heal 1 damage from your identity. And what is interesting to me, though, it does have a printed energy resource, but you can't actually play it. It's permanent. So I don't remember other permanents having printed on them.
Some of them do, I think.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to take a look at the cards that the content creators did, but first we want to give some thanks. So first of all, we have the Marvel Champions Discord, Facebook, Reddit page.
We've got the Web Warrior Fanatic.
We got Nelson all over cards.
La Mano de Thanos.
The MCM podcast.
And Critical Encounters.
All right. Let's take a look at these cards. So first of all, we have, what are you?
I'm a goblin.
No, you're not. You just think you are. 2-cost upgrade. It's a superpower. Force interrupt. When Wonder Man would be defeated, instead set his hit point dial to 4 and change him to alter ego form. You may tuck events with a printed energy resource from your discard pile under Ionic Physiology until there are 3 cards tucked there. Remove this card from the game. So I really like, not only does this is one of those, save your bacon cards, gives you a decent amount of hit points, but it also fully loads up the Ionic Physiology.
Yeah, so you're back ready to go.
Right.
That is pretty nice. Now, the only drawback is you want to try to make sure that if it does happen, you've got enough cards in your discard pile that you can take advantage of it, because you can't pull them from your deck. They do have to cover your discard pile. So don't do it right after you shuffled your discard.
All right, I just realized that was covered up by... Oops, not that much. Okay. That was covered up by our window. Sorry about that, folks. But there you go. Now you can pause and read that card. All right.
All right, so then we've got Disarming Defense. So this is a 1-cost defense event. As a hero interrupt, when your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense for the attack. And if you take no damage, you can discard an attachment on the attacking enemy with the text hero action or hero response. Oh, sweet. So this is a way that you can actually get the Sunfire power in protection. That's cool.
Oh, attachment. Yeah.
I like that.
But only when they attack. Interesting.
But still, so I mean, now you can get it. Now you've got 2 aspects that can do that. That is cool. I like that.
Especially like you can get rid of, Ronin's, upgrade that he gets, or attachment that he gets. All right. Then we have Cameo. It's appropriate because it's Wonder Man. It's a dash support. This is a setup card. Max 1 per deck. Setup. Search your collection for an identity-specific ally for an identity not in this game. Shuffle that ally into your deck. Discard 2 cards from your hand and remove this card from the game. So you could add a signature ally from another hero.
Okay, so it does slow you down at the very beginning because it's going to be your first hand. You're going to lose 2 cards. So that does kind of suck. But you could always just stay down an extra turn if you do this.
Right.
But I do love the fact that you can bring any ally.
Yeah.
And depending on your deck build, there's a lot of different ones that you could bring in.
Yeah, it's like the Captain Marvel ally from Spider-Woman comes to mind because that's a really powerful card. And if you're playing someone with a rich economy like, T'Challa or Hulkling or something, they can afford the 4 cost. Captain Marvel in a Hulkling deck would be amazing.
And you're talking leadership. And so that means, of course, you can play the sidekick card on it because sidekick doesn't state that it has to be your ally.
Right.
And it has to be an identity-specific ally.
Right. And of course, you could Voltron with all the upgrades.
Miss Marvel would be a good one, too.
The Miss Marvel ally
from Nova. Yeah, she'd be a good one, too.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Battlefield Benevolence. It's a 1-cost event. It's a tactic, hero action. Heal 2 damage from an enemy to confuse that enemy. It's like, hey, what's the trick, Vulture? So it's like, I'm going to heal you. Okay, that really confused why you healed me.
Yeah, so
that's why. Yeah. Exactly.
So the important thing about this, though, is you do have to be able to heal the enemy to use this because the arrow on there. So
right.
That is important to catch with this. So you got to make sure this is going to be kind of situational, I think. But I could see some uses for it, but it's definitely going to be situational.
I don't know if I'd keep it in a Wonder Man deck because it's got a strength here, but
yeah,
at least it's in the Wonder Man's precon, so there is that.
Yep. All right, next we have signature sunglasses. So this is a 1-cost upgrade. It's an item, and as a response, after you change form, you can choose to either tuck an event or resource card with a printed energy resource from your discard pile under Ionic Physiology, or you can add a card tucked under there to your hand. I do like that. I do like being able to actually pull a card back because then, yes, it's an energy resource. You kind of want to use it there, but if you've got a really good one that you want to actually use, it allows you to be able to do that. So I do like that.
Yeah.
And the response, it doesn't matter which form. It doesn't matter if you're changing to hero or ally or alter ego. So I like that as well.
Right. And also, in theory, worst case is if you're 1 resource short for putting a card out, you could use that just you could use the event for a resource.
You could.
All right. Then we have Wonder Fans. It's a 1-cost support, civilian, alter ego action, exhaust Wonder Fans, and choose. Tuck 1 event with a printed energy resource from your discard pile under Ionic Physiology, or draw a card. And so that's pretty cool.
And then we've got Hawkeye. So we have a Justice version of Hawkeye. So he's a 3-cost ally. He's a Shield Avenger. He thwarts for 1. He attacks for 1. He has 3 hit points. He enters play with 4 arrow counters on him, so that's the same. But after an ally makes a basic thwart, remove an arrow from Hawkeye to deal 2 damage to a minion. That's interesting. That's so you can do that after they're already in play. Unfortunately, you cannot have both Hawkeyes out on the table at the same time because they are both Clint Barton.
Right. Well, you could have the Kate Bishop Hawkeye.
Yeah, but she doesn't do what she doesn't shoot them as they come in.
No. Then we have Jarvis. He's a 2-cost basic support, Avenger persona. Response, after an Avenger hero changes into alter ego form, you can exhaust Jarvis and choose. That identity gets +2 recovery until the end of the phase, or you can discard a status card from that identity.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Very nice, but it only works with Avenger here.
But it's basic, though.
Yeah.
So I like that. All right, then we have Swordsman, who is a 4-cost basic ally. He thwarts for 2, attacks for 2. He does take 2 consequential when he thwarts. He's got 4 hit points, and his basic attacks gain piercing. He is an Avenger, and then as a hero response, after a boost card is turned face up during an undefended attack, declare him as the defender without exhausting him. Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now I just got to find a way to give him tough. Every turn.
Make him an honorary X-Men and let Polaris do it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That is.
Okay, then we got... Oh, that's a little big. I don't like that the cards are a little different sizes, but oops. All right. Then we have Caught in the Crossfire. It's a 0-cost upgrade. It's a tactic attached to a non-elite minion, max 1 per minion. Interrupt. When a friendly character attacks, deal 1 damage to attached minion.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's a good one to work with Cyclops.
Yeah, I mean, Cyclops are kind of the only one of the few places that I use minion attachments just because I don't like having them in my hand whenever there's no minions out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm kind of limited on them, but I mean, it is a decent one for whenever you have them, though.
And it costs 0.
Yeah. And of course, it does have the energy, so it does work for Wonder Man.
Well, it's not an event, though.
Oh, it has to be. Does it have to be events that are tucked under the card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just energy cards. Okay. Then we've got coordinated effort. So this is 0 cost tactic upgrade. You'd attach it to an encounter card in play, max 1 per encounter card. While paying costs on attached card, any player may help pay those costs. Oh, that is interesting.
Attach it to an encounter card in play. Well, oh yeah, okay.
So, yeah, so then like
that's pretty cool for those villain attachments.
Yeah, the attachment stuff to where like, oh well, you need to pay 2 of any one resource, but you've only got 1, so each 2 different people can pay for it.
Or I was just thinking of like if Wonder Man's going to have a lot of energy, it's like,
yeah,
and it's spend 1 of each resource. It's like, well, I got the energy covered, but I'm not going to be able to do the strength and mental.
I got energy for days.
All right. Then we got Grim Reaper. This is his nemesis. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 3 hit points. He's a cyborg. Quick strike. Force response. After Grim Reaper attacks and defeats an ally, deal that ally's controller a face down encounter card.
Okay, so yeah, so he's there to kind of prevent you from chump blocking.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we've got Brother versus Brother. So this is a side scheme. It starts with 2 threat per player. As an additional cost to attack Grim Reaper, you must discard a card from your hand. Oh, that's nasty. At least it's not random. But it has an amplify symbol on it. But wow.
And 2 threat per player.
So in other words, I said that. But so in other words, basically you have to, you not have to, but you want to take him out in one shot because you don't want to have to discard extra cards.
If only you were my real brother instead of this monstrosity you've become. And then we have the Scythe Strike. It's a treachery. When revealed, if Grim Reaper is in play, he activates against you. Otherwise, take 2 indirect damage.
Okay.
All right. And then that's just a schedule for the release. All right. So that was Wonder Man. Now we'll go to Hercules. I should have preloaded that, but I did not. All right. So Hercules, first we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of go over what Hercules does, and then we'll go look at the content creator cards.
Okay, so the Hercules alter ego. So he's got a 4 recovery. He is an Olympus themed. He begins the game with a labor deck and a gift deck. And there's instructions on that in the insert. But as the new labors of Hercules. So as an action, if you have no labor card in play, you can reveal the top card of the labor deck.
Okay. Then the hero side of Hercules, he's a 1/3/2 Avenger Olympus. He has Atonement Response. After a labor card is added to the victory display, put the top card of the gift deck into play. Ready, Hercules. You may flip to alter ego form. Limit once per phase.
Okay. And then he has Amadeus Cho.
We're just going to get to the Hercules. Let's just get to the gift. We're not going to go over all those because we're not going to read every card. I just want to find the gifts. Here we go. Okay, labor. So let's do the labor.
Okay, so one of the labors here is defeat the Hydra. So this is a labor. It's a victory 0. So once you defeat it, it goes away. But the attached minion gets +6 hit points and gains the elite trait. The attached minion cannot take damage except from Hercules' attacks. When revealed, find a non-elite minion with at least 6 printed hit points. Reveal it, heal all damage from it, and attach this card to it. Okay. And we do know that just in case your game doesn't have one, his signature nemesis minion. One of the nemesis
in the nemesis set will qualify.
Does qualify.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's his nemesis himself. I
Yeah,
think
probably. You're probably right.
it's just a minion in
Yeah,
there.
because it's non-elite.
Right.
So
All right. Then we have Embody Pathos. This is the second labor card. Victory 0. Attached side scheme gains assault. Threat cannot be removed from the attached scheme except by Hercules' thwarts. When revealed, find an encounter side scheme that is not in play and reveal it. Treat each per player on it as 1 and attach this card to it. Place 6 additional threat on it. Okay. And then the third labor.
All right, the third labor here is Protect Humanity. So this comes with 3 labor, or it uses 3 labor counters. And again, victory 0. But when revealed, you're going to find Amadeus Cho, which is his signature ally, and put him into play. And then as a force interrupt, whenever the villain would attack Hercules, choose one of your allies. It does not have to be Amadeus. The villain attacks that ally instead. After that attack resolves, if Hercules defended, remove 1 labor counter from here. So when this is out, he's going to attack the ally that you choose instead of you, and then you have to actually exhaust to block for him.
Right.
And you got to do that 3 times.
Right. Wait. Oh.
Yep, that's back to the first of the labors.
Oh, labors was its own row. Okay, then the gifts. So we have the Nemean Lion Skin Artifact Gift Permanent. Hercules gets +2 hit points and gains steady response. After this card enters play, draw 4 cards.
That is sweet. And I think all of the gifts actually have that.
Yeah, so this gives him 2 extra hit points and steady, and he gets to draw 4 cards when you complete it, which is cool.
Yep, and then the next one is the Shield of Perseus. So this artifact gets +1 hit point and gains Retaliate. So what? That's a total of how many hit points? 3 hit points now. And he gets 4 cards when this one comes into play. And Retaliate.
And then the Sword of Peleus, artifact gift weapon, permanent restricted. Hercules gets another hit point and his basic attack gain piercing. And after this card enters play, draw 4 cards. So he's steady, piercing, and retaliate, and an extra 4 hit points on top of his starting hit points.
14.
14. Yeah, so he can be up to 18.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the content creators. So first of all, we want to, again, thank Hall of Heroes for this website. And then
We've got Stretch 22,
we got Winning Hand,
Stunned and Confused,
Marvel Champions JCE TV.
and Never Bored Gaming.
All right. All right, so the first card we have is Olympus. It's a 0-cost support. Location Olympus. Exhaust Olympus. Generate a wild resource for each gift card you control.
Ooh, so you can get 3 resources out of 3 wild. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is really cool. But it starts as 0 until you get your first gift done.
But it costs 0 to put out too, so
Yeah.
at least there's that.
Yeah. So it's not a waste to put it out on turn 1, even though you haven't completed anything.
Oh, no, I would definitely put this out on turn 1. All right, then we've got the Wisdom of Athena. So it's a 3-cost event. It's a thwart event. You reduce the cost of this card by 1 for each gift that you control. So this could potentially be free. And then as a thwart action, you remove 4 threat from a scheme. Now, what's cool is I'm assuming there's probably, since it's the thwart, I'm guessing there's probably 2 of these in the deck because I think it's typically 2 attacks and 2 thwarts or 3 attacks and 2
Yeah,
thwarts,
sometimes
something like that.
3.
So I'm assuming there's going to be 2 of these. But if you had them both in your hand and you've got 3 gifts out, you could do 8 threat for free.
Right. Yeah, I haven't bothered to count the numbers.
Yeah, I didn't look either.
But the this card. So the kind of the theme with Hercules is his cards become amazing when he gets his gifts done, but they're below average when you start, because 3 for 4 is horrible.
Yeah, so he's going to want to prioritize getting the gifts done.
But even one
Or
gift,
the labors.
even one gift done, that becomes 2 to 4. So that puts it, at the range of 4 justice, basically. So even getting 1 gift, but 3 gifts, a cost of 3 for removing 4 is a horrible exchange in the beginning. But yeah, like you said, 0 for 4 or 0 for 8 if you have 2 copies, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, this one, these for me, I'm thinking this is probably going to be a resource first pass through.
Yeah. All right, then we have the Prince of Power. It's a 1-cost upgrade. Olympus title. Hero response: after Hercules attacks and defeats an enemy, you exhaust Prince of Power. Heal 1 damage for Hercules for each point of excess damage dealt to that enemy by that attack. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Good old when you played.
Oh, that's an upgrade. That is nice.
All the excess. And I remember
So
when
then,
we did the article and they were talking about there was that one card that let you put an upgrade like out for free or something, and the least upgrades that were in that original article were like all defense ones. So I wasn't that thrilled with that level. Now that we got at least one that could do something,
yeah.
that's and I figured there'd be more upgrades. So that's pretty cool.
All right, then we've got the golden mace. So this is the one cost upgrade. It is a Olympus weapon that is restricted. And then when Hercules makes a basic attacks as an interrupt, you can exhaust this, and Hercules gains +1 attack for this for each gift you control, and it gains overkill.
Wow.
So you get 3 gifts. You tie this back in with the previous card.
Yeah, so you're
And now
attacking.
you've got
You're
yeah,
attacking for a base 6.
you're attacking for a base 6. You get excess damage that rolls over to the main to the villain as well as healing.
Yeah,
That's sweet. I like that.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then if you play aggression, you could throw in combat training and the aggressive conditioning, and yeah, you got a base 8 attack there. That's pretty cool. All right, then we have Namora. She's a 4-cost ally, 2 thwart with 2 consequential, 2 attack, 4 hit points with a star. She's an agent of Atlas, and she's Atlantis traded. Namora gets +1 hit point for each other ally you control.
Ooh, and this is in leadership, so you
Now, was
can
it
potentially control quite a few.
was it like Arrow, an agent of Atlas too?
Eros?
Arrow, the
Ero-
yeah, she showed up in Falcon's deck. When we had the strength and diversity characters.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. I think we did see
I think she was
Agents of Atlas.
I think she's agent of Atlas as well. All right. Well, anyways, but yeah, so and she's Atlantis traded. But yeah, +1 hit point for each other ally you control. So if you're going with a ally swarm deck, that's pretty good.
All right, then we've got Gilgamesh. So Gilgamesh is a 3-cost ally. Is an Eternal with 6 hit points. He thwarts for 2, attacks for 3, takes 2 consequential on each of those, and as an additional cost to play him, if you do not have the Eternal trait, you confuse your identity. So I don't know. With that stat line, though, I might be worth it. I'll take it confused, especially if I'm playing an aggression character. I don't care too much about it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I wonder if there's an eternal trait in Hercules' deck, or I can't imagine there be an honorary eternal, but who knows?
Yeah, so if not, though, that's telling me that there's Eternals coming.
Yeah, yeah. All right, then we got Recruitment Drive. It's a 3-cost support. This is alter ego form only. Action, discard Recruitment Drive and choose a player. Reduce the resource cost of the next ally that player plays this phase to 0.
Oh, my lord.
Wow.
So we've got 6-cost allies that you can play for free now.
Yeah, you just have to be an alter ego to do it. But yeah.
Well,
holy moly.
No, that's only just to play this, though. Right?
No, it's a support. You leave it out.
Right.
But as soon as you put this in one turn, on a later turn, you have a 6-cost ally. You go, I'm going to alter ego because I'm going to.
So do you have to be alter ego to take the action or just to play the card initially?
Oh,
That's
yeah. No, you have to be alter ego to play it. But yeah,
then flip back over and you can still do it later.
It's just an action. It's not an alter ego action.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do it on either side. You just have to be alter ego to play it.
Yeah, I mean it does cost 3, so you're basically for a lot of allies you might just be paying for it early and then just so you don't need to pay for it later. But there's definitely allies out there that you're cutting the price in half.
Yeah. Yeah, like Giant Man or Goliath or.
Yeah, it does not help with like Ant-Man or Wasp though.
No.
Because
there's 0.
Yeah, you're paying 0 for it.
All right. Then we have Evaluate Threat. It's a basic player side scheme. Victory 0. Play only if your identity has the Avenger or the Shield trait. When defeated, each player may search their deck and discard pile for an Avenger or Shield card and add it to their hand. Shuffle. Reduce the cost to play each of those cards by 2 until the end of the phase, and it's 2 threat per player, and that is Maria's new best favorite card.
Yeah, but Cable's not going to like it as much.
Nope.
So there. Okay, so now I think I might have finally found a side scheme I'm not going to play with Cable.
But Maria is like, oh, I could play the.
Well, I don't know. If Maria's in
I
the
could
deck,
play.
maybe.
I could play the Iliad cheaper. Yes, please.
Yeah, if Maria's in the game, maybe Cable will still play it. But otherwise, Cable's probably not playing this.
Well, he just has to have an Avenger. I mean, he likes Manifold, right? And he's an Avenger.
Yeah, but
So,
I'd have to think about that because
Yeah.
there's others that I'm taking the slot up with.
Yeah. All right.
All right, then we have Ares. So Ares is Hercules' nemesis. He is an elite Olympus minion. He has 5 hit points. He schemes for 0, attacks for 3, and he has retaliate 1. But as a force response, after he schemes, deal yourself a face down encounter card.
All right.
Okay, so that could actually, I mean, zero scheme doesn't seem too bad, but that face down encounter card could really hurt.
Yeah.
And you don't know what it's going to be. Probably.
All right. Then we have Olympic Feud. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here for each Olympus card in play, and it's got a hazard, and it starts with 2 threat.
Oh, wow, not per player. Okay. Oh, but it gets additional for the Olympus cards. Okay.
Oh, here's the one for the Hydra.
Okay, yeah, this is the one. So we knew it was going to be in there, but now we know what it actually is. So the Lernian Hydra is a Hydra creature with 6 hit points. It is 0 scheme to attack, and as a force response, after a character you control attacks and damages the Hydra, choose to either spend a strength resource or it heals 2 damage. Oh, wow. So it's got the 6, and then with Hercules, if this is the one that you turn up having to pick, it's got 12 hit points, and it heals.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Right, because you chop the head off and it just grows right back.
That sucker's going to be hot. So, okay, I think I found the hardest, what might be the hardest one of Hercules' labors is that one. But hopefully you're using something else and you can pick a different minion.
Well, but he still has to have a minimum of 6 hit points, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
and it gets +6. So.
Yeah, so that's 12 for him. So, I mean, hopefully you can pick a different minion to use that with, and that's not the one you have to go with, because also, if you do pull it out...
No, it has to, that's the minimum, it'd be 12. So
right, but but I mean that one particular because
it grows.
Because of the healing.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully you can pick a different one, because the problem with bringing the Hydra out is once you defeat it, it just goes into the discard pile. So it's coming back.
Yeah.
And somebody else might have to deal with it.
Right. All right. Well, anyways, so yeah, that's the preview for Wonder Man and Hercules from the content creators. So we've got a pretty good look at all the cards.
So you were saying
I did check in the store, and so both Wonder Man and Hercules should be coming out in February 20th. So that's at the time of this recording. That's in about 3 weeks.
Yeah. So now you said you had a deck idea for Wonder Man. So is that who you're excited to try Wonder Man out?
Yeah, well, I mean,
because Hercules building and stuff.
Hercules looks super fun too, but between the two, I think I really want to play Wonder Man. Plus, I just saw the Wonder Man series, on Disney Plus. So.
Oh yeah, no, the Hercules though, the whole deal with the labors and stuff.
No, that looks
really
that
idea. That's cool.
That does look cool, and I'm excited to see that.
Now, do we know yet? Are there going to be? Have they shown us all of the labors and gifts, or part of them?
No, yeah, because it says
it's only 3 and 3.
Yeah, because it says one of 3.
Does it on there? You looked at that closer than I did. Yep, you're right.
Gift deck and labor deck.
So okay,
yeah. So in the original article, we had all the labors and all the gifts.
Okay, so I know that a lot of times I don't play a whole lot of fan content. There is some of it that I do play that's really fun, but I don't play a lot of fan content. This is one I might actually be looking to see if I can find some other ones, because I mean, it doesn't feel like there's as much replayability with the labors stuff, and it'd be kind of cool to have some different options, especially with the labors. I mean, if the 3 gifts, I'm good with those 3 gifts, but I'd love to see different labors to kind of, mix it up a little bit, because this, you know what they're going to be.
But you don't know when they're going to come out.
Yeah, you don't know the order they're coming out because it is random or whatever, but you know that you've got these 3 things you got to deal with. And I wouldn't mind seeing some different options, like you can only do 3 of them, but you don't know which 3 it's going to be.
Well, maybe someone will do something like that, but
yeah, that's kind of, I guess it's the first time I'm looking forward to seeing some fan-made content, probably.
All right.
Without knowing anything else.
Okay. Well, anyways, so yeah, I'm looking forward to playing these characters in a few weeks. So and we'll definitely do our we'll each play the precon decks, where I'll play as Wonder Man's precon and Dirk will play as Hercules, and we'll switch, and then we'll
go to town on our own builds.
And then we'll do some of our own deck building. Yeah,
because I've already got a couple of ideas for Hercules.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see you.